Austin. I've been playing guitar for about 4 years now. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to restring a standard acoustic steel string guitar. Now you should be replacing your strings about once a month if you're actively playing for about an hour or so. And you should be replacing them also whenever the strings begin to dull or whenever one string breaks. It's important that whenever just one string breaks that you go ahead and replace all the strings. Moving on with the process, what you're going to need are the following: a guitar string winder, your new guitar strings, a tuner of your choice, and a pair of wire cutters. Now, a guitar string winder is not completely necessary for this process. However, it is nice to have because it speeds up turning these tuning knobs, which you'll see will take a long time if you're just doing it by hand. And it also helps remove these pins down at the bottom, which hold the strings in place. So first things first, what you're going to do is you're going to take your guitar string winder, go down here to the head of the guitar, and place it on one of the tuning knobs. You're going to begin to turn it until your guitar string is loose enough. Just go ahead and pull out. Once you have that done, you're going to move down here to the body of the guitar, and you'll notice that there are pins holding these guitar strings in place. This is where this tuning knob comes in handy again, or this guitar string winder comes in handy again. You'll notice that there's a notch taken out of the bottom of it. This allows you to get around the pin and pull it out. Now it's good to have that because you don't want to take any sort of metal to these pins, because they are plastic, so taking metal to them will damage them, and most guitar shops actually don't carry those, at least the ones I go to don't. So go ahead and place your old string aside, you're not going to need that anymore, and take out your new guitar strings. Now I'm using just standard GHS strings. They only ran me about $7 at my guitar shop, so they're fairly cheap, but they sound nice and I like them, so go ahead and unwind it. You'll notice at one end there is a notch, and at the other end it is just plain. You're going to take the side with the notch and you're going to thread that in to the body of the guitar, and you're going to take your pin and push it down in there. Now you're going to notice that on one side there is a little indentation. You probably can't see that on the camera, but there's an indentation, and you'll want that to be facing the head of the guitar. What this does, this holds the string in place, and it also puts tension on the pin, making sure the pin does not fall out. So you're just going to push that down on in there, kind of pull up on your guitar string, make sure it's in place. Now you don't want to push your pin in there too hard. You shouldn't have to be using a hammer or anything like that. You should just be able to slide it on down in there. And whenever you thread it through the eye of the spool down here, you'll actually want to leave some tension. This is so that whenever you wind it, you'll get the guitar string wrapping around the spool about 2 or 3 times. Just make sure your guitar string doesn't slip and come out of tune. The way I do this is, I put all 4 of my fingers on the first fret, and I know that's just enough string, or enough slack, to give my guitar 2 or 3 wraparounds. So I'm going to go ahead and hold that in place. I'm going to take my guitar string winder, and I'm going to begin winding it. Now you want to make sure that whenever you're winding this, that your guitar string is falling in place on the bridge of the neck. You also want to make sure that your guitar string is winding down. This ensures that your guitar string will be as close to the bottom as possible and as close to the neck as possible. Now you don't want to pull it too tight, wind it up too tight, because then you'll break your guitar string. I've done this a few times when I first started. Go ahead and push your pin down in there, make sure it's staying down in. Alright, that's close enough for me. Now you're going to take your tuner. I'm using one on my phone just called a Pano tuner, and why I like it is because it shows the full scale and it shows you where you're at. As you can see, as I'm talking, it's bouncing around. So what's nice about this is as I'm tuning it, I can see where the guitar string is at and whether I need to go up or down, and by how much. It's also a free app, so there's really no reason why you shouldn't have it. Alright, now that I have it tuned, these are new strings, so one thing I like to do to make sure that they hold their tune is you're going to take it, you're going to put your 4 fingers on one side and your thumb on the other side, and you're just going to press them against each other. This stretches out the string. You'll notice that whenever I pluck it again, it will be out of tune. So that's just a little bit lower than it needs to be, so we're going to take it back up to tune. We're just going to do it one more time. Make sure the string is fully stretched. Take it back up. Alright. Now we have that done, you're going to take your wire cutters and go down here to the head of the guitar and just cut this extra wire that's on there. Just clean up your guitar and give it a nicer look. And there you have it. That is how to string a standard acoustic steel string guitar.